Day 4 of Formula One's secret 2026 shakedown in Barcelona gave us another big day for Mercedes and a very late debut for Aston Martin's new AMR26. George Russell topped the unofficial times with a 1:16.6, Mercedes wrapped up its 3 testing days, McLaren hit trouble, and Aston finally turned its first laps. Let's start with Mercedes, because once again, the W17 was one of the main stories of the day. Fresh from logging over 90 laps each on Wednesday, Andrea, Kimi Antonelli, and George Russell were back in the car on Thursday. The teams split the day between them with a mix of long runs and shorter outings, mainly focusing on different power unit modes and systems work. According to the unofficial timing, George Russell set the fastest lap of the entire week so far, a 1:16.6. But as tempting as it is to chase headlines around fastest laps, the real headline for Mercedes is still reliability and mileage. With day 4 done, Mercedes has now used up all 3 of its test days in Barcelona and can head home having completed by far the most laps of any team. The W17 has run reliably throughout, and both Russell and Antonelli have given positive feedback about the car. As Antonelli put it, "We go to Bahrain testing with high confidence and high hopes. We had our issues during the shakedown, but we were able to fix them, and now we can be confident we'll pretty much hit the ground running there as well." At the other end of the spectrum, Aston Martin only just made it out on track on day 4. The team had flown its car to Barcelona on Wednesday after deciding to delay its shakedown appearance to get the AMR26 into working order. In the hands of Lance Stroll, the unpainted Adrian Newey-designed AMR26 finally broke cover late in the afternoon. The car completed just 5 laps in the final hour of running. Even in that short glimpse, the AMR26 showed some intriguing details, especially around the sidepods and engine cover, which looked quite different to its rival solutions. Stroll's run ended with a late red flag as he ground to a halt just minutes before the planned 6 p.m. finish. Fernando Alonso is expected to be in the Honda-powered AMR26 on Friday for the 5th and final day of the shakedown. Over at McLaren, it was another mixed day. Oscar Piastri took over the new MCL40 from teammate and reigning world champion Lando Norris for McLaren's second day of 2026 running. Piastri completed 48 laps, but then stayed in the garage in the afternoon after the team encountered a fuel system issue that needed further investigation. In his own words, "It was nice to be back out today, especially in the new car. There's a lot of challenges this year up and down the grid, so it was good to get stuck in. We had a fuel system issue which cut our day short, but the team's working hard to get that fixed and back out tomorrow." McLaren's performance director, Mark Temple, added that the car is very complex, so they decided to strip it down in the garage to really understand where the problem was coming from before running again. After only being able to run in the wet on Tuesday, Lewis Hamilton finally got a proper dry day in the Ferrari SF26. He completed around 85 laps and called it amazing to get that kind of mileage in the dry after an early scare. On his outlap, Hamilton had a spin out of turn 11, struggling with cold tires on a chilly Barcelona circuit, but from there, his day was mostly straightforward. Another morning runner was Liam Lawson in the Racing Bulls V-Carb 03. Racing Bulls has now also used up its 3-day allowance. After a low-key debut on Monday, Cadillac returned for its second day, this time with Sergio Perez behind the wheel. 4 teams sat out Thursday's running: Alpine, Audi, Haas, and Red Bull. All of them are expected back on track for Friday's final day. In Red Bull's case, the team is understood to have flown spare parts from Milton Keynes to help repair the damage from Isaac Hadjar's crash on Tuesday. With only 1 day left, the focus across the board will be to maximize remaining mileage, validate power unit modes and cooling, and arrive in Bahrain with as few surprises as possible. So, from day 4 of F1's secret 2026 shakedown, we learned that Mercedes has completed its 3 days with huge mileage and a 116.6 from Russell. Aston Martin's radical, Newey-inspired AMR26 has finally hit the track, briefly. McLaren's complex MCL40 still has some gremlins to iron out. Ferrari and Hamilton got a full, dry day of running at last, and several teams are saving their last shots for day 5. Who do you think heads to Bahrain in the strongest shape after Barcelona, and which team worries you most right now? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Apex Racing Desk so you don't miss our coverage of Day 5 and the full shakedown recap.